At the end of this module, you're going to be able to understand the following: salon size, dividing the salon space into a client area and a working area, electrical plug placement, furniture and equipment selection and placement, salon doors and windows, doors, locks, floors, vinyl plank, highly recommended, and commercial carpet and common areas. So again, the salon size always go bigger than the franchise models. So the franchise models is anywhere from 100 to 120. I recommend 150 square feet. Why? Because you can. And two, everybody wants a bigger space. Nobody wants the smaller spaces. And especially in a market that has a lot of salon suites, they'll come to you for more space. So dividing the salon space into a client area and a working area, it's kind of like when you take the space, you want to draw a diagonal from corner to corner, and you want to be able to keep the beauty pro on the one side so that all her chemicals, her working space, her plugs and everything are on that side, while still preserving the space for your client experience. So closer to the door, in front of the styling station, so that the client doesn't really cross over and get into any of the chemicals or color or into the working space of the beauty pro. Electrical plug placement. Again, we talked a little bit in a previous segment about electrical plugs and what you need. Again, I can't stress enough that those electrical plugs have to be, especially for the high-powered blow dryer, on either side, and it shares one. So that's one circuit, one plug. And you want them on either side. So if you have a left-handed or right-handed person, and they're dedicated only for blow dryers, all the other ones are shared because they're able to share that 25 amps in that actual circuit. But when it comes to placement, you're talking on either side of the styling station, one by the door, one at the back of the facility, one on the wet bar, and then another one next to like the shampoo bowl a little bit away. And the ones that are closest to the water are going to have GFI plugs on them for safety measures when it comes to being close to the water. Furniture, equipment, selection, and placement. So this is where you have to go back to your brand. When you're selecting the furniture, and what I consider furniture is your shampoo bowls and your styling chairs. And we provide those with Allure Salon Group in each one of our studios. So you want to go back and look. 90% of our tenants actually use them. That other 10%, they'll bring in their own because they want a whole brand and a whole aesthetic feel. We do partner with some of the other manufacturers of beauty furniture, so we'll be able to share that with you. But furniture selection, equipment selection, your shampoo bowls, your salon chairs, your styling stations, the equipment should reflect the services that are being given in that particular salon, whether it's a beauty pro, whether it's a nail tech, a barber. So again, it goes back to, who's going to be using that room and what equipment that they need. And then placement and layout. Effective space planning is key. Ensuring that the equipment is arranged to maximize both workflow and efficiency and client comfort. Consider factors like ease of access, lighting, flow of foot traffic, adequate spacing between stations, and sufficient storage solutions, and contributing to organizing a clutter-free environment. Salon doors and windows. When you're selecting your doors, you're looking for privacy, you're looking for aesthetics. Again, it'll go back to your brand. And there's so many examples, but you also want to take in consideration where your budget is. You don't want to overspend, because again, overspending on your build out is only going to cost you in the long run. Because again, if you go to sell your facility, it's not like a home where you keep putting equity in and, you're thinking that the house is worth more. When you go to sell these particular spaces, they are based on your cash flow, not the decor or, how much you spent in building them out. Door locks. Again, it's going to be up to you what the doors look like, and then what locks are going to be able to service those doors. So again, when you're looking at your doors, make sure you have in mind or ask for suggestions when it comes to what kind of locks are going to be able to be used on the doors that you select. flooring. Again, in our studios with the Laura Salon Group, we use the vinyl plank and we highly recommend it because it's stain resistant and you're able to get a lot of wear and tear out of it. We do carpets in the hallway only because it's a lot easier to vacuum than it is to mop all the floors and, you know, for people sliding. But then again, if you're in an area like Texas or you're in an area like Florida where there's humidity, you know, tile is probably a better way to go. It's all going to depend on your cost, what your aesthetics, the durability, the visual appeal that you're going for, and the ease and maintenance of it all.